Well, Rovers, as you can see, I'm not on Wave Rover. In fact, I'm here on my homestead, Rover's Rest. I've been here for a few months, and there's been three main reasons. Number one, Mrs. Rover lives here, and she doesn't like sailing, so I have to come to Mrs. Rover. Number two, sailing does require a bit of money, so I had to come back and earn a little bit of money, and I'll show you how I did that. You might find it interesting. And number three, I turned 60 just a few days ago, and Mrs. Rover organized a great party where I was surrounded by my neighbors and friends. It was a real, it was important to me, and I'm glad I was here for it. But moving forward, what can we expect? Well, season 3 is about to start, and in season 3, what's going to happen? Well, I'm going to take Wave Rover across the Atlantic. So in a couple of days, I'll be back on board Wave Rover. I'll be taking her down to Norfolk. I'll wait in Norfolk until I get a good weather window, and then from there I will go to the Azores, to Horta in particular. Really looking forward to that, and then on to Ireland. Now I'll probably hit the southern coast of Ireland, and I want to gung-ho my way up, or stop at every little port on the way up to Dublin, and I want to be in Dublin by September. So there's a lot to do in season 3. Time to crack on. So without any further ado, let's take a quick look at some of the highlights of my stay here at Rover's Rest. Hey Rovers, I'm here in beautiful High Bank on the other end of PEI, and why am I here? Well, before I tell you that, just look at this. What a view. And I'm here to do a renovation on this cottage right here. And before I go inside, what we're looking at is the Northumberland Strait. And there's a few little bits of ice out there. They look like white caps, but yesterday this was choked with ice. And in the distance, just in the distance there, that's Nova Scotia. That's the next province. Let's go inside and take a look at this. Okay, it's a bit windy outside. Lovely in here. So the first thing you're going to notice about this place is it's not regular construction. This is post and beam. And these posts and beams, you can see from the likes of this and this right here, these have been repurposed from an old barn. So it's kind of cool, this structure. And the only heat source is this little heater right here. And the first few days when it was about -10, we didn't have heat, so it was a bit chilly in here. So what am I doing in this renovation? Well, I'm changing up a few doors. This is one of the ones I'll be installing. This kitchen right here, I'll be tackling this today. This kitchen has to come out, and we're going to put a proper kitchen in. And then upstairs, I have to create a couple of rooms in this loft. So what we're looking at is a sort of loft area, and the only thing that was up in this loft when I arrived was this little room right here, which is a bathroom. And as you can see, it has a few issues. One of the first issues is, why is there a 1-inch gap at the top of the door? And the second issue is, when you open the door, let's see if we can find a light. You open the door only opens that far. Why is that? Because there's a toilet that it hits. So we've got to rectify that. I'm going to stick a new door in, the one I showed you downstairs, and it'll be an outswing. So the only structure came to here. So then I framed in this structure right here. And it goes up quite high on account of the vaulted ceiling. And then I also framed this little structure right here. So let me go put the lights on inside one of these. So that's the other side of this wall. Pretty happy with the way I was able to get the pine to fit against the existing structure and around the beams. And now inside, this is kind of cool. The client chose this type of wall panel, and it looks just like concrete. It's actually I'm pretty happy with it. So you know, my job is just to install this kind of stuff, but yeah, it looks kind of cool. This room will be a sleeping pod, so it's just going to be a little dark space for people to sleep in. And then these are the doors that I'll be installing, and the doors are they're glass, and they're barn style. You know, it's the non-see-through glass, and they'll just swing open here. Anyway, I've got a fair bit of work I should get going, and I'll show you some more video when I get a little more work done. What's kind of cool about this is these old trunks here. Let me just remove the ladder. So maybe many of you know this already, but this trunk right here with the curved top, that's a first class trunk. And why is that a first class trunk as opposed to the one underneath? Well, because the first class trunks were designed that you couldn't stack more trunks on top, thereby damaging the trunks. So that's what makes it a first class trunks. And then these flat ones, they'd be more the economy traveler. Much like myself, I believe I would have one of these flat top trunks. All right, time to crack on with a bit of work. Hey Rovers, look at this cool little Mini. The client had lent me this for the last few weeks to get back and forth, and now it's the last day. It's a beautiful day, but the job isn't quite finished, but I am, because I have to get back to Wave Rover. In fact, by the time you see this video, I will be on Wave Rover. But the job, like I said, is about 95% finished. Let's take a look at it. So there's the new kitchen. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish it off because the door panels that were ordered weren't the right kind, and the same over on this side. But the hard work is done. The cabinets are in, they're leveled, and the countertop is on. This countertop is kind of cool. It's solid wood, it's acacia, it's laminated together, and they come in 8-foot lengths. And of course, this is far more than 8 feet, so I have to do a joint. And because there's a live edge on this, that means sort of a wild edge, you can't just butt them together. So I ended up, you know, thinking, well, what could I do? I put a little filler piece in between. And that's it for the kitchen. Let's go upstairs where most of the work was done. So first of all, look at that guardrail. So they needed something to protect everybody, so I put those 3 lengths of wire in. I'm pretty happy with the look. And then, of course, this room right over here, this didn't exist at all just a few weeks ago. So that's all done. It's all finished now. This room, if you remember, it did exist. This is a bathroom, but the door was not really functional. So now we have the door that actually opens so you can walk in. And it presented a kind of interesting situation too, because they make door jambs for walls that have 1/2 inch on either side of drywall. But in this case, we have 3/4 inch of pine. So I had to custom make this piece right here. Let's see if we can get a bit of light. So this casing material, I had to build it out and fill up that spot. But overall, very happy with it, especially considering the opening was far from square and plumb. And now this is the room that I framed and finished. And these are the doors that the client went with. They're pretty cool. They're what we call barn doors. They just slide closed. And because they have glass in them, they let light inside. So let's go in and take a look. There's another. I decided to make all the casings with this sort of Craftsman angle on the top piece of casing. Okay, so it's a little dark. So this was an existing wall. And of course, this is the edge of the house. So this is all new construction here. This is a really cool finish. You know, I really like it. It's a faux finish. It looks like concrete, but then of course we have to fit everything. and then join it to the old work. And then much the same as over here, we have this room, and it's the same on the inside. Well, like I said, that's it. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy these projects because there's absolutely nothing square, plumb, or level about them, and they present a challenge. And it's that challenge that keeps the job interesting, and it's that challenge that, you know, I kind of thrive on, trying to come up with a solution. I would have liked to spend just a couple more days to sort out the last few details, but we have run into overtime right now. Time to get back to Wave Rover. Hey Rovers, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and look at this. It's kind of eerie because we're having a total eclipse of the sun right now. We've got stars up there. Camera's probably not picking it up, but really cool how dark the sky looks, and then over to the south it's still all lit. And by the second it's getting brighter because we're just past it now. Very cool. In the right spot to see this with a great clear sky. Well, there's the team hard at it on the morning of my birthday. Daryl, say something clever.
Happy birthday, Alan.
What are you doing on my birthday at this moment?
I'm going to help Glenda with the appy preparations.
You know, you're so lifelike. You ought to be, well, I mean, you are like an Oscar-winning actor.
I know.
How's the coffee?
Oh, grand.
We had purchased special
it's like
French
a piano
vanilla.
at a hotel. It's grand.
I tell you, that cleverness, it just never rests.
I know, it's oozing.
Yeah. And what are you doing, Glenda, over there? Making a score cake?
Yep,
Why?
because it's Alan's birthday.
Alan's birthday? That would be me. It's my birthday. All right, I am dressed in work clothes, and the reason is because I'm going to work while these folks have coffee this morning and look at the nice sunrise.
In our pajamas.
Everybody say hi.
Hi. Happy birthday, Alan.
Thank you very much. Don't worry, I'll put it away right away.
Happy birthday! Hey, happy birthday!
Nothing like a camera to make everybody polite.
Do you know all your friends that are here, or are they strangers?
I paid all these people.
Sardines in a can.
Guys, how are you doing?
Good. Look at you.
Why are you guys here, by the way?
Well, to celebrate a very special birthday for a very special guy.
Oh, very good.
Ken, the icebergs are melting this time of year, so
Yes.
we're here to help, the cause.
Okay, well said.
Yes, iceberg, get ahead, Captain.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alan. Happy birthday to you.
So as you know, April 9th is an important day, but you've known that for about 60 years because where is he? There he is over there. It's been Nelson's birthday, April 9th, all along. And Nelson, we've got something for you here. So there you go.
Put it out in the car, will you?
It's a chicken.
Holy, it's heavy.
And I just want to say the one thing that I really love about not turning 60, but about this area is all the friendships that we have, and we have so many of you here. So in 5 years, we're going to do this again. So mark it in your calendars now, please. And please enjoy the cake.
What you're really saying is you're planning on living till 65?
Thank you.
I think that's what he's telling you.
Now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and moving forward in season 3, I can guarantee, well, guarantee. I think it's going to be the most exciting series yet of Wave Rover. I'm really looking forward to getting underway, especially getting back on the ocean. And more about that, of course, once I get back on board Wave Rover. So as always, Rovers, thanks for watching and forge your own adventure.